I told that bitch I count my
Hey
cash.
guys, welcome back to the Bloom Room, your very favorite military youth podcast. I'm joined here always by my fellow podcast hosts Jenna and Bryn. Today we are going over a few back to school futures and just some tips to help you go smoothly into back into school. But before we get into that, we have a few Bloom news things, I believe. So Jenna, I'm gonna let you take that away.
Okay, so we have two like poem type pieces today, and the first one is Chronology by Ella W. This one was a really cool piece that I got to read today, which was really awesome. And the second one is called C'est la vie by Michaela M. Both are really awesome pieces, and while they do have a little bit to do with today's episode, they also don't, but they're really cool pieces, and you should go check them out anyway on the Bloom website.
All right. So, like I said before, we're going over back to school tips and tricks and everything. So basically, we've broken it over into five different categories, and the five are the first, or so it's the first day, the first week, the clubs, the sports, and the social life of going back to school, whether you are PCSing to a new base and going to a new school there, or if you're going back to the same school that you were at last year. Um, these apply to you either way. So just, listen and hopefully we can get through this and have some fun with it.
Let's do it. I'm excited. I feel like this is going to apply even if you're already in school. So, I mean, I'm in
Facts.
school, you guys are in school. I don't know who's not in school at this point. So, all
All
right.
right. Before school, what do you guys do before school?
I can remember, I feel like I get to places like if I'm moving, but I'm not anymore. But if I was moving and when I did, I would get there usually around like the July time frame. I think like end of June, early July timeframe, which made it quite easy to just like go and be able to do things beforehand, so it didn't feel like it was such a rush coming back in. But I definitely liked being in my surroundings and exploring where I was. Even if I was on base, I just liked figuring out where everything was first. That was like my go-to number one for like anything
Yeah,
really.
yeah. I think that's definitely good, but I think especially with PCSs, sometimes you can't control when you
Yeah.
get to go, which is really
Yeah.
bad. I remember the last time at PCS, I ended up at my new station 4 days before school started, and then that was just admin and paperwork, and it was just not
Yeah.
really fun. Um, but definitely I think getting to know your surroundings is really great. And something I like to do when I go back to school is I'll go on social media and I will see who's in my grade. So I
Yeah.
know who to look out for. I'm scouting potential friends. It's kind of
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Happens.
Is that creepy? I just don't know if that's
No,
creepy. But I
no.
like scouting out people, clubs, stuff I want to
Yeah.
do, because I feel it gives me an idea of how I want my school year to go. And then I'll usually go talk to my counselor. Maybe that's just me, but I try to make it a habit, because I think especially when you go into high school or middle school, your counselors have so much influence on your schedule, on certain accommodations. So I always think that's
Yeah.
really
I can remember like scouting out like student council pages, especially like that was the first thing I did when I got back to Virginia was find the West Springfield like student council page and like the class of 24 page and like find all the different things that usually post like information about the school year and like throughout the school year like what's going on. Like it made my life so much easier. And if your school doesn't have that, I deeply apologize, but my school does, and it was super easy to like get information because they were always posting about it.
yeah.
I just want to apologize. I stepped away for a second. I don't know if I noticed. I got a fire call, so I just wanted to say that's what that was. I was
A
not leaving
fire
here.
call?
Yeah,
Is
I,
that
I
like
actually went
college
Ryan's such a
terminology?
firefighter. Oh my God.
yeah,
Oh,
partner.
I feel like so many big things have happened since the last episode, y'all. This is nuts.
I know. Maybe because we haven't filmed an episode in a while.
I
It's been
apologize.
a minute. It's
It's been a minute.
been a minute.
Yeah.
So wait,
No, I
are we still on before school?
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Okay.
what are some things that you
So
did before
so
high school anyway?
something that okay, so when I was in high school, um I stayed at the same high school all 4 years, so I didn't really like, have to deal with the new people or I mean, yeah, there were new people, but like I had the same friend group essentially, and we kind of
Yeah.
just built on as the year went on. But something that I always did before school was I made sure that I had like, I mean, it only lasted a day, but I made sure that I had all my school supplies. The day after that, I was always like, can I borrow a pen, pencil, whatever. I was that kid in school. Um, but no, something that I did, 106 sorry, something that I did before high school always was plan out an outfit. You got to have a good fit for the first day of school. I
Okay,
feel like
okay.
everyone did that. Please shut up. I don't care. Um, I'm not on call this week, so I don't really care. Um,
Okay.
anyways, anyways, but something that I did before college, and I think it kind of relates to kids who are going to a new school, is if you can go and like see where your classes are like the day before, that would benefit you so much rather than like being late and getting tardies for like stupid reasons like not being able to find room
Yeah.
300 in F building. So I
Yeah.
think that would help a lot.
I remember we have this thing called Spartan Spree, which I was participating in my junior year. I actually go. It's quote unquote freshman orientation, but after freshman orientation, everybody else can come and like do all their stuff. I had to go to like the freshman orientation because it was for freshmen and new students. Really awkward because I was like one of the only military kids in there and I was a junior at the time. So I was like, ooh, this is weird. But it definitely, I would say it helped a lot. Stuff like that really like the admin and the people that work those things are to your advantage. Like what the information that they give you is to your advantage. And it's actually quite helpful. I actually had to put it on this year because I'm in the student council now, like the student council group now. So it was awesome to like be able to work with those kids and like just kind of figure things out because I was a military liaison for that. So it was really cool to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, my school also has something like that. So, but it's like different days. Like all the grade levels go at different times, which is really nice. And then I'll like usually plot out my schedule and then we can talk to the counselors as well. I think one other thing to keep in mind before school starts is, especially if you're PCSing from different state, different country, go talk to your counselor about credits. Don't wait until the first quarter in to talk about not getting
Yeah.
your credits because
Yes.
counselors are kind of notorious for that. Also, see if like you can skip classes, like take like proficiency tests, so you don't have to repeat classes that you did like back in your old school. I did that like my freshman year, so I was able to like skip a couple grade levels of like certain classes, which was really nice. Um, yeah, and then like I think also if your school does have an event or something like that, if you're able to go and interact with people, I think that makes your life so much easier, like just interacting with them and making friends, and you have somewhere at lunch to sit. And then I think even just frequenting like hotspots with people from your school, I think is also really important because you want friends, and I honestly think it's the best idea to start making friends before the school year starts so you're not panicking on the first day.
I'm trying to think what was the form I was gonna say I was gonna mention it, but the I was gonna add off the credits thing. It's the M something form. It's like M6 something form. I was trying to look it up and I just Google is not working to my advantage, but there is a form out there. A lot of people do know about it, but there's some that don't. It's basically a list of
Oh,
stuff that what is it? It's
it,
been
are you talking about the interstate compact for military children?
yeah, it had like a shortening to it though. It was like
Yeah.
M something. Yeah. Anyway, that
Yeah.
if you
Oh,
don't know,
you're right.
yeah, if you don't know your school transfer rights, you should. That form has it. Some schools choose to ignore it and you should know your rights. So that is
You know
something
what?
I had to
We
fight
we
really
can,
hard with some of my counselors about it because they didn't want to listen. But
yeah.
you should fight on that kind of stuff. Like it's definitely something to know about.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna do a quick PSA on this because I think it's really important. And if you're in high school or college, like you kind of have to advocate for yourself. But basically, how this works is like the Interstate Compact helps with enrollment, so you can obtain your school's like school official records until you get to your new school. You have 30 days from the start of enrollment to get immuniza immunizations. I can't speak. Um, and then like you're gonna continue in your grade year no matter what. So, and another thing is placement, which is, I know it's really important for a lot of people. So basically, if you were in like a gifted or honors class before, a new school has to honor it if they have an equivalent class, and then you won't have to repeat coursework. You're allowed to miss school for military related reasons, and then you're allowed to actually request excuse absences before, during, and after a deployment period. So keep that in mind. And then your eligibility for like sports and extracurriculars can't be affected in any way. So even if like trial or application dates have passed, you can legally fight like to try out or apply for something that you missed. Also course waivers, exit exams, and senior year transfers. So schools kind of have to work together on that. And then it also does cover special education needs and disabilities. So
Yeah. I remember fighting so hard with my counselors about standardized testing, like state testing, and it how those credits work. It was like, do I have to take all of these SLs? Because they all take them freshman year. I came in my junior year, and they were like, you're gonna have to retake all four of these like core SOL tests. And I was like, well, that's really unfair because everybody in my class got to skip it because of COVID-19. I was in person during that like 2021 year. They were not. And they had it all waived away from them. I, however, was forced to take them. I fought very hard about it, but at the end of the day, they did not want to listen. So knowing your rights and what you have available to you to fight on in a somewhat legal sense is very helpful, I would say. So it's good to know about that.
So to
yeah.
build on that, I'm gonna give an example of someone getting screwed over by what they just talked about. So I have a friend who actually goes to a college with me. Um, he took, I think in the States it's called IB credits. Correct me if I'm
Mm,
wrong.
I've
So when
heard
he
them.
moved to Japan, he tried to get them like transferred over, and he thought that automatically the IB meant AP, which is advanced placement, which it should. Um, the thing was the counselor or whoever it was at Zama or whatever didn't let him know until like 2 days before graduation that they didn't count towards AP. So everything that he had written on his application was now wrong because that doesn't count as AP. So he did not get the credit for them. So if you took an IB class, make sure that when you get to your new school, if it's same way, so if it's AP to IB or IB to AP, make sure that they qualify and that they work together to make sure that you get those credits because having those AP credits on your applications for college will help you so much. And another thing with college, seniors, um, early
Mhm.
admissions,
Listening.
it's key. So Jenna, early
Yes.
admissions,
Yeah,
um,
I would say rolling admissions and early admissions are like your best friend. I've gotten my responses from my rolling admissions already just because I submitted them like last week. Like
and
it is so helpful. Get it done early. Oh my gosh.
exactly, get it done early and Common App. That's where
No.
you submit most of your stuff if you don't know what that is. I'm sure Jenna has had her struggles with Common App so far.
Dude, oh my
So
God, that app
Common
makes me cry.
when you first go through it, it'll go through about 50 or just crazy amount of questions asking you about your parents and how much money they make and what your status is and how this and that and this and siblings and all that stuff at the start. It takes forever to do. Yeah, I sat there during school one day and from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. I grinded all those questions out. It took me 2 school days to finish them. So make sure that you have all that done. And another thing is, little hint at these really, really high end schools, your essay can make it or break it. If you have horrible grades and you have a really good essay, you can get in. That's how I'm here.
Was that you? I was just about to ask you, like, was that you?
I know for a fact I did. I did not have the grades to get into this school.
Yeah, I thought it was really I struggled a lot picking out my topic essay. I would say military kids, you do have an advantage when it comes to that kind of thing. You have so many experiences and so many things that other kids don't have. I had an AP Lit teacher at my school tell me, she said, "Don't write about your military experiences. Nobody wants to hear it. It's all the same. Like nobody, it's so many kids go through that. And I'm like, no, because each one of us is so individual and has so many different experiences and so many different emotions about things that there could be one kid that's really happy about something and one kid that had to go to like therapy for it. Like there's a lot in there. And I will say I did end up writing my essay about that. And I did get in somewhere. So it it
By the way,
happened.
congratulations.
I
Cool.
know, guys.
Congratulations.
Repping
Congratulations
today.
for signing in. Where did you
Guys,
get
I should low-key just hire you guys as my college counselors.
I got you, bro. I will sit there. Dude, when
I
there was a little question on the comment app that was like, because I had two schools to put in because two different high schools. So it was like, we need an explanation as to why you changed schools. And I was like, is this for like the kids that like get kicked out of high schools? Like, I'm
yeah,
like,
I think that
I was
might have
like, I had to PCS to a different place.
Um,
Like,
so
yeah.
another thing with the college thing. So like Jenna was talking about the military essay, colleges love to see military connected kids come to their schools. And the reason behind that is us as military kids, we grow up. Yeah, we're not, green suiters. We don't act or green. That's why I'm for army. So we don't walk around in combat uniform and camouflage all day long, but we still are grown up around the military and the military mindset, or however you want to say it. And colleges love that discipline, the leadership, everything that has to do with the military. They love that. So definitely, definitely do not listen to Jenna's old teacher and include that in your essay.
yeah, I didn't agree with that immediately. I was actually very offended by that. I was like, you serious? I
Yeah. But
I used Shannon's old
yeah.
book. I used Shannon's book to write mine. So shout out Shannon for being a half decent author.
Yeah, okay, but going back to knowing your rights, if anyone needs a name, it's the Interstate Compact on Educational Opportunity for Military Children. So if you ever have like legal troubles or school troubles with that, keep that in mind. But yeah, going back to our topics,
So what do we
I think
have? First day of
well,
school.
Topic two.
first day.
Oh my
First day.
gosh.
So what's y'all's go-to thing on the first day of school? Jenna's done 12 of those.
Oh my God, that's scary to think about. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Wait, I've been through like 10. I'm so close to you, Jenna.
I know you are. You're only two away. Look at that.
I
Brian
know.
just had his like last first day of high school like 2 years ago. It's really scary to think about.
1 year. That's crazy.
1 year? Oh. Yeah,
I
no,
just
that's still
graduated.
nice though. Oh,
Jenna,
sorry.
are you sure you're a senior?
I take stats, guys. It's okay. I
Okay.
don't do
First
calc.
day, yeah.
Alright,
First day, like Brian said, I gotta choose a good outfit because I think first impressions matter. And like the
Yeah,
first day is the only day I'm gonna look good. First day and my birthday, that's the only day I'm gonna look good. Every other
case in
day,
point.
it's sweats all day for me.
I think it's really funny because I actually this year I was like I'm gonna try like the first week and like I got to about Wednesday and I was like yeah I can't anymore. I was like I gotta.
Jenna's getting the early taste of senioritis that I had too.
I genuinely I promised myself I was like I'm not gonna hit senioritis until like
No,
February.
no. You
I'm
wait
in the
until like
I'm like the fourth week in, dude, and I'm like oh
winter
my
break,
God, somebody get me out of
on
here.
winter break, it's gonna kill you.
It's gonna hit
Then
so
you have another
hard.
5 months afterwards.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my God,
gonna
it's gonna
kill
hit
me.
so bad.
Dude, I don't think I did one assignment that last year. Don't follow me, by the way. Let me take that and don't be
Yeah.
me.
I struggled actually the first couple weeks of my senior year. I was we have a rolling grade book, so all of our assignments like roll through each quarter. So we have the same grade starting each new quarter. Like what we finish with the
Oh,
first quarter
I
is what we
forgot.
start with the second quarter, which is
That's weird.
weird, right? Yeah, it's interesting, but it's
They,
not a bad method. It sounds really scary and bad, but it's not bad at all.
yeah, no, but like I remember like FCPS did that during COVID. Like I didn't know they brought it back, but
It no,
honestly,
it's
I
she's
think
here.
yeah, no, I think the only issue with that is that like if you do really bad first quarter, then you're gonna be working all year to bring it up.
Yeah, I've been like working my tail off. I've have a full 8 class schedule. There are kids
Oh
that
yeah,
have
me too.
there's kids that have like 5 class schedules over like 2 days, so it's like odd and even, but there's kids that have like 2 classes and then they go home. Like it I'm like over here with like a full five and like AP Lit, and I'm like, I am done. I screwed
Yeah.
myself over a little bit, but
So another
Um,
with the first day of school, um, it kind of ties into our fifth thing, which is the social life. Um, definitely go and just introduce yourself to people, especially being at a military base. We're so used to just talking to so many different people from different places. So if you see someone who looks interesting or seems like you may want to be friends with them, if they give off some weird vibe or whatever, go up and say hi. The worst they can do is tell you no and go away. And that sounds
yeah.
pretty bad, but honestly, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I
Um,
would
no
say
one's gonna remember it from the
that
first
is
day.
so true.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah. I can't
Go
even
off,
remember my first day of freshman year. Like,
yeah. No, going off of what Brian said too, like go introduce yourself to teachers. I honestly
is
like I think now that like I'm going through high school, like I realize how much of an influence your teachers have over school. Because like teachers talk to like good impressions on on like students, but like also like teachers, especially like the teachers you have like your homeroom. Because like for us, I have the same homeroom with the same people for like 4 years of high school, right?
mm,
So like you just like want to like know your teachers really well. You want to know your students really well. You want to show your best self, like be a good student. Because like you know what, those teachers might end up writing your letters of rec.
yeah,
Exactly.
I would say
As a freshman, when you get to that senior year, you're gonna need them college recommendations.
yes. I thought
And
it was really interesting. I would just finished with I did my teacher recommendations like last week of junior year. I would say don't be afraid if you've moved like me, like halfway through the middle of your high school career, or if you've moved after your freshman year and you've done 3 years somewhere else, however you broke it up. I would say don't be afraid to reach back and talk to those teachers. One of my recommendations came from my 10th grade chem teacher and the like seminar teacher. Like it don't be afraid to reach back to people. That is like that was my worst fear was writing that email being like, "Hey, can I like have a teacher recommendation from you?" And then him being like, "I don't have time for you." Write it anyway. Like talk to people. It is just it's so helpful to just be able to communicate with the people that you go to school with now or you did beforehand. I would say like my teachers have been some of the most influential people like in my whole high school career. They've been so helpful.
Yeah. Also, I feel like on the first day, if you have a really irregular bell schedule, like me, we end at like 11:42 for lunch. Like start memorizing that. Like you're gonna need that. Figure out your class schedules, figure out like read your syllabus. Your syllabus is gonna save your grade, especially like if you're right on the edge. Look at your teacher's policies for like extensions and all that stuff. Just like kind of get your life together. Start a routine. I think the biggest thing for me is starting a routine because I think I always fall out of it, like if I don't. So keeping like a regular like stream of like school and life kind of helps me like stay organized. But also this is kind of military related. If you PCS and you end up like me and you don't have any furniture, you don't have a computer, you don't have any school supplies, because the moving company is like, oh, hey, let me delay this another 2 weeks. So you don't have anything until school starts. Tell your teacher that. Ask for extensions, ask for alternate assignments. Your teachers are there to teach you, but they're also there to accommodate you because like it's their job to be providing an education for you. And if you somehow have a barrier that like blocks that, you definitely like need to explain that and like get that done.
I was gonna go off of what you said about the routine and organizing thing. What something that helped me, especially my underclassmen years, and even into my junior year where I was taking more rigorous courses, planners. Oh my gosh, I cannot express this enough. Planners. If your school does not provide you a planner, like some schools will just give you one of their own, go buy yourself a planner. They're so useful and so helpful. I've been able to keep track of like my entire life. And especially if you have busy years like your freshman year or your senior year, even sometimes sophomore and junior, like you had just have stuff going on. Writing it down is like what I've found easy as pie. Like writing down like when do I have a counselor's appointment? Who when am I talking to this about like whatever. It has been so helpful. Oh my gosh.
so
Yeah.
I actually have two things to say really quick. Um, with the counselor thing, utilize your counselors. Go introduce yourself to your counselors, and don't be afraid to go in there and talk to your guidance counselors because they will save your life. My college or my high school guidance counselor, from Zama, she actually just transferred from Yakota couple like last year actually. Miss Jill Smith. Do you know her?
Oh, No, I didn't. I had Miss Kelly.
Oh, I don't know who that is. Anyways, Jill Smith,
But Miss
if you are
Kelly.
listening to this, thank you for everything that you did for me. And thank you for setting an example of what a counselor should be. And
Yeah.
the second thing I was gonna say is if you are a freshman and if you are anything like me, so I'm talking to people who just don't really want to care for it all that much because it's my freshman year, it doesn't matter. It matters. Oh, it matters. Going back and looking at it, I wish I could have redone my freshman year so bad. I had a D in painting class because I didn't care that much.
No,
So go
yeah,
back and just focus on your work. It's not bad. When you look at these high schools, dude, it's so easy. So just go in and
Yeah.
finish.
I would say
yeah.
I think the hardest part is keeping consistent. Like I don't know if anybody else had that struggle, but like halfway through my underclassmen to upperclassmen, I was struggling a little bit to find like the motivation to like push myself through the last 2 years after the transition. I was like, how am I going to get through this? Like this is like round two, basically, just me being 17 and 18 years old. It just keep that motivation, like keep it in the back of your head that like just you got to keep going, like just keep pushing. Like I don't know how it worked for me, but I was like, just keep going. Like it's fine, like it's fine, it's all good.
Yeah, I think definitely like even if you think like freshman, sophomore year won't matter, like your grades in your freshman year depend like can influence what classes you can take next year. So like even if you have no motivation, motivate yourself with the fact that like you might not be able to do the things that you'll want to later.
It's that GPA, man. Everything goes towards
Yeah.
that GPA.
Also, since it's like AP registration season, talk to your teacher about getting your like AP classroom set up. If you haven't done your AP registration, like me, you should go do it right now before you forget so you don't have to pay late fees. Also ask your teacher about like AP testing. Like I know at some schools like they don't offer certain exams, so you might have to go somewhere else. So if you're able to know that ahead of time, it's really great and they can like usually better accommodate you if like you can't reach the place or something. So like essentially just planning ahead, introducing yourself. Yeah, and just like be confident, be happy. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it can be a struggle walking in with the mindset of like, here we go again. This is a brand new place. Like, I don't really want to do this. I definitely walked in with that mindset my junior year. It's always the first year that you're somewhere that it's like, I'm not gonna try. Like, I'm just like, in my head, I was like, I'm almost done anyway. I don't need anything. Like, I'm just gonna take care of it myself. I don't think that I would be in the position that I am if I had done it myself. My counselor, dude, shout out her. Oh my gosh, I love that lady. And I love the people that I'm surrounded by. And I love my teachers and the people that have like coaches, staff members. Like it's been so awesome to have that. So I would say just try. Like don't just drop it and be like, okay, whatever, here I am once again. Like don't
Yeah.
it's not a lyric to a song. I just heard that in my head like, here I am once again. I forget. But that just popped in my head stupidly.
Oh, it's from Victorious. It's from
Yes,
Victorious.
that's what it.
So
Okay.
I
So I
think
think
with that, we can move into our next topic.
okay.
Actually,
I
I
have
actually,
advice. Excuse me, Brian. I have some advice I'd really like to give from personal experience.
You
Okay.
just pull Brian just pulled a Shannon with the whole like
But I think your mindset affects so much of your school because like your like effort and your motivation. Because when I walked into my freshman year, I had such like a bad attitude towards school. I was like, I hate this place. It's never gonna be Virginia, you know? Like I wish I was still in Virginia. And I think now, like a year later, I realize like how bad that like affected like my motivation because I think for military kids, we always like have an attachment to the places we live. And like that's inevitable and I totally understand that. But I think constantly wishing you were somewhere else and not focusing on the things in front of you can like also hurt you a lot because I've been there. I've been like, oh yeah, like this life is never gonna be the same. I finally made friends. I'm in a steady place, and you know what? Now it's like all gone. What's the point in trying in school? So like I feel you. I understand what you're going through, But at the same time, I'm also encouraging you to like have a positive outlook on life because there's so many possibilities, and especially for military kids moving from place to place and like meeting new people, seeking out new opportunities, finding yourself is like really important. So keep your chin up, especially during school, because you guys got this.
Yeah, I would say I definitely I felt like I hit rock bottom the summer that I transferred from Yokota to West Springfield. It was miserable, I would say. I loved Odeya schools, and I always will because it definitely feels a lot more like home than a public school in Fairfax County, Virginia ever did to me. And it was scary going from a class of like 65 graduating to a class of now 600 graduating. Um, and I was like, what in the world is going on? Like I miss home. Like I hate this. I've already been here before. Um, yeah, keep your head up. What the heck? I was miffed originally that the kids that I had known in middle school that I walked past didn't even bat an eye or like reach out like at all. You be the one to reach out. Kids will befriend you. It's not like it's going to be the end of the world if you don't have somebody immediately day one. You will find your clique, you will find your little group, and it will be okay. I promise.
No, I think that's like returning kid syndrome. Like I felt that so bad
It really
because
is.
no
Oh
one
my gosh.
recognized me when I came back. Like I know my school has 3,000 people, but like
My face is
you're
unique.
like that different.
It's different now.
I just want to apologize. The second that you said you hit rock bottom, I started laughing.
Yeah, I
Um,
know you did. I saw your face go
I
down.
got a text and it popped up on my desktop, like right there in the bottom,
Yeah.
from my roommate about where he is right now, and it made me laugh so hard. I can't tell you where he is because get us in trouble. Um, However, that's
What
why I
is
started
wrong
laughing,
with you
not the
two?
fact that you hit rock bottom.
No,
Anyway,
because I saw your head go down. I was like, is he like taking like a power nap? Like, what
No,
is
I
going
thought
on?
me too. I was like, fine, are you that bored of us already?
Yeah, I know. I was like, are you just that done? Like, really?
anyways, moving
Oh my
on.
God.
I think that that topic actually kind of bled in, like, and actually kind of finished our next topic, which is the first week. So we're gonna jump to clubs. Um, okay,
That
yeah,
actually, I have something with this. I'm will always be more of a sports fan than I was a club fan, but I think school clubs really do have a lot to offer between honor societies and just different stuff. I think the first thing that I got involved when I got here was Military Ambassadors Club. Now that's something that you can either start up at your school. I know that it's been around at my school for a long time, but it's an outreach club for us. So we do a lot of community service with veterans and like in Arlington during Christmas time. We do wreaths for the Arlington graves, and it's always been a really awesome time. But I would say if your school has something like that, get involved because that's a little group of kids that usually have been in the same boat. That club for us is a large group of like military kids that just kind of click together. And it just kind of works. But definitely, I would say keep an eye out for that. That was like the first thing that I definitely looked out for when I got here was what things can I get involved in with kids that have like a similar experience to me.
Yeah, I think for clubs, like high school clubs are vicious, y'all, like especially like application-based clubs. Like, no, okay, but like competitive clubs, like if you're on like math team or something, like it might take a while to like assimilate. I think that's also definitely where like the interstate compact comes in, like know your rights. Like if they're not letting you try out, like they literally have to let you try out. Um, but also I think just like be open-minded to clubs because for me, I was definitely like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do this, all the same clubs I'm gonna do in middle school. But then I got to high school and there were so many more opportunities, and then a lot of these clubs are really chill. But I think you definitely just need to manage your time wisely. I'm involved with a lot of clubs, and I can like genuinely say that it's helped me make so many friends. Just find what you're interested in, and you'll find people who are interested in that as well. So it's like an easy way to make friends.
Yeah, I
okay.
would say that there's a lot of interesting things that you can be a part of. One thing that actually really stuck out to me when I got here was the amount of like language and culture honor societies. Like we have Hispanic honor society, we've got like French honor society, German. And I think it's that stuff like is super cool to me. Like I'm not a part of any of them. I can't speak from experience, but I think stuff like that is also really cool. And a lot of them that I've seen and or participated in are very like universal in the sense that a lot of different schools have these things. And if you can't find something in your school that you're interested in joining, find a group of people who are and start one. Make your own. Ask the admin. Like there are a lot of places that are like if you have enough people, you can make your own club. Sorry, Brian, I know your hand's up. Go ahead.
Building on to
The
that,
teacher, like,
building on to that, one thing that we have not covered is utilize the youth centers that you have closest to your base. Your youth center or teen center or whatever they like to call it, utilize it. I did not utilize it as much as I should have been. They prepare you with so many things. I know that Zama's Youth Center lets you work there actually. It's called the pre-workforce prep. I forget what it was called. So they let you work there. You can apply to work there as long as you're 16 or over. Maybe it was 15. Um, Shoot, another thing is they have their own clubs and organizations. During my senior year, I was approached by the director of Zama's Youth Center, Miss Hannah, and shout out Miss Hannah, um, about joining the teen panel, which is basically a thing like you can go and like give back to your community because it's giving a lot to you. The military community is giving you a lot, whether you like being here or not. They've done a lot for you if you even if you can't see it. Um, it was brought to light to me last year that they did a lot for me and my family during the hard times of last year. I'm sure y'all know about that. But really utilize it and you can give back to your community with so many different programs that they have there. So if you haven't checked out your youth center, it's free at most places. Misawa, I don't know why yours isn't free, but
It's not free.
no, it's like a membership of like forty
Are you
dollars.
serious?
Yeah.
I know
But
Yokoto's was free and they did like
Misiwa is just bad.
Misiwa.
Misiwa, right. Anyway, so utilize the team centers. If you haven't gone and check them out, go check them out. It's free to go inside unless you're in Misiwa. Um, but just go have fun. Not
Yeah.
only is that a good place to find clubs and get involved, it's also just a good place to go and find people um, who need friends. I hate to say it like that, but like kids always go up there and you can just talk to anyone, play games, do whatever you want to do. Go make your friends there. It's a great place to get connected to your community. So
When I
utilize your youth centers.
when I
Yeah.
tell you in fifth grade, I met some of my closest friends by playing Minecraft in the Kadena Youth Center. Like I don't, I'm not lying to you. Like I met so many people. Like I was kind of a video game junkie at the time, so that's where I found like a lot of people to just like hang out with
Ooh,
who had like the same interests as me at the time and
Anna, you're
stuff.
a streamer? Okay, gamer
No,
girl.
oh gosh, God, I hate that. Yeah, no, it's not something that sh I should be proud of, like in the least. I
Yeah.
think high school
Um,
definitely changed that around. I did a whole 180.
yeah, but like Brian said, look for opportunities like outside your community too. I like volunteering and I like work through different nonprofits like as well. So find something you're passionate in because it'll make you happier, it'll help you make friends, and it just leads to like a more fulfilling life. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
would
think on
say,
that note,
yeah.
oh sorry,
I had
Jen,
one
go
more
ahead.
thing, sorry. I would say if you're of age, especially my juniors, seniors, and maybe even sophomores, especially if you're stateside, there's a lot of places where you can get jobs. I would say look for an opportunity. If you want something to get involved in that's not school related and you just want an opportunity, go look for a job. I would say that a lot of the people that I know around here, they work in the fast food industry or in retail. A lot of the people at Yokota worked in the BX, in the bagging stuff, but they worked for tips, so it wasn't always reliable. Um, but I would say that jobs are definitely another way to be
Commissary.
busy. Yes, the commissary. Yes,
Commissary.
the baggers. Yeah,
As a bagger. You
my
can make your
ex-boyfriend
own
did
food,
that. Yeah,
make
he was
your own
a
that
bagger.
day.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Also, like Jenna said, the fast food industry, um,
Oh,
Starbucks and Chick-fil-A both give free tuition for college if you work at Starbucks or Chick-fil-A. So go work there,
yeah.
including
Yeah.
Jenna.
I I applied to Chick-fil-A. They didn't get back to me.
That's crazy.
Okay, but honest opinions, the Chick-fil-A West Coast is a lot better than East Coast. Like, hello, their stuff is so salty.
They did not get back to me. I sent in an application because I didn't have anything going on at the time for me. So I was like, you know what, get a job. I applied to 9 different places and did not hear anything back. So don't be discouraged. Keep
Great job.
going.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
RIP in the chat, bro. That is crazy. That
it's
is.
okay.
Anyways, moving on. Sports.
Not the football.
I want to say to
I
all
would
my guys out there and girls, because y'all can play too. Go join y'all school's football team. Unless you're from
I'm
the college,
playing in like flag football for
Trojans,
homecoming
goes
this year,
on,
which
go
is really
Trojans.
funny.
Caution so that as government property. However, go Trojans. I may have taken my school jersey, but
Oh, I did that with my track uniform. You're good.
I bet.
so my school doesn't have a football team.
Oh,
Go Trojans, go Trojans.
when your coach
I
sees
might
this,
go.
we're
But
number 6
yeah,
on
go
forever.
Trojans.
Yeah, I think sports is also like such a big thing for like establishing yourself in a new community. Guys, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm still really bad at basketball, but like I came in with the mindset, I was like, I got nothing to lose. I don't know any of these people. So I was like, maybe I should try out for the basketball team. And I'm honestly surprised I didn't get cut because that was actually horrible. And looking back on it now, you want to cringe and die internally, but like it's fine.
Yeah, I would say that
Yeah.
I think I got into sports, especially freshman year. We didn't have anything available for us at the time. Football wasn't going to be a thing my freshman year. It would have been Brian's sophomore year. They didn't have a season, I guess. Um, but I went ahead and joined the only sport I could at the time, which was cheer, and that's what they offered. So I was like, you know what? Screw it, YOLO. We're just gonna go do it. And I tried out.
The Panthers.
I did. There's some really bad photos out there. People have them.
Ooh, we should find those.
Yeah.
Yikes, they're scary. But I thought that maybe just jumping in and doing something would be the best thing for me, and it definitely was. Just try stuff. Like I've never had an experience in cheer before in my life up until that point. Yikes, please put that away. Is that the
No,
Facebook
Brian, send in the chat.
Is that the Facebook page?
Yeah.
Debbie, how would you do that? Oh my gosh. Oh, Debbie.
This is recent. Kelly's on there. Hold on. That's recent.
Oh, I love Kelly.
Oh, I gotta join it to see it. Dang it.
I'm sorry. That makes me so
Join later.
happy.
I'm gonna make a fake Yakota account and join later.
But yeah, no, same with track too. I had run before, but like I never really was like on a team. So I just kind of was like, let's do it. I think it's a little bit more hard to do that stateside, because it is a lot more competitive. I was not able to just like walk onto the track team here and just like go. A lot of stateside schools are a lot more competitive. So I would say watch your step with that. But I say go for it. I tried out and I missed both the tryout times by like literal milliseconds. So I still say go for it. Just
Okay.
do it. It's so much fun.
Yeah, just keep your mind open. Like you never like I honestly don't think it's too late to pick up a sport in high school.
This is like
because
the Bryn and Jenna show over. Right?
yeah. Brian, why you look like you look
He's
like that one
mad.
chicken meme. No, he looks like that one chicken meme where it's like the
I
The
was
chicken.
you cut me off.
Oh,
but like
one
try new
second.
things, you know? Like
I'm about to throw the
Yes,
football.
bro, he's about to throw that at me. Nah, but like try new things because you never know what's Ryan, I don't know if you know, but I'm like 2,700 miles away right now. So
You know what?
um
Brian's gonna have to coach me in Powerpuff for homecoming week. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm scared for my life, but it's okay. I have to play football. Just
Nah,
really-
hey, whoever's editing that, screenshot her face just now. Whoever's editing that, screenshot that, bro. That is
I have a lot of different faces. People think I'm funny.
That's what. Okay, Bryn, can you finish so I can talk?
oh yeah. It's not too late to pick up a sport in high school. If you really want to do something, put in effort.
Do
Do
it.
preseason, postseason, summer season. Play your season.
Bryn said,
Get your work done. Huh?
Friends like, go do it, go.
Yeah, no, I'm honestly such an advocate for sports because like I genuinely feel like it was like it was like the breaking point for me when I like decided like I'm not gonna be depressed about moving anymore. So like if you put in effort and you commit to something a lot, like you find that it'll make you happy. Like if you genuinely are passionate about it. So like it's a really good distractor from the all my friends are happy without me. Like
So
the dark cloud like over your head.
Okay,
are you,
Brian, you can speak now. Go ahead.
I
yeah.
grant you
Release your
permission.
thoughts.
One thing that I will say, building actually off of Brand, what she said, about, just like being passionate about it. If you are in somewhere like Japan or Korea and say say you want to go to the next level for sports, um, one thing that you can do is don't feel like you'll never get recruited because the recruiters don't come overseas. Um, Send in your film. Be if you're passionate about playing at the next level or doing whatever you want to do, send it in. Be passionate about it. Create a highlight reel of volleyball, football, basketball, friggin' tennis, whatever you want to do. I've seen a handful of people go. It's harder. Don't get me wrong. We're at a disadvantage being overseas. However, it's not impossible. So if you want to do it, then do it.
Sorry, I'm dying.
Another thing that I would like to say is it creates bonds that last forever. Um, for me at least in football, that brotherhood that I had that freshman year whenever we won the D2 championship, um, I still talk to those guys and we're still as close as ever. And it's just something that you'll never forget. It brings you experiences during high school that you'll never forget. Whether you have a winning or losing team, um, Jenna, um, you
Stop! We won track first like
always
last
have good
year,
memories. Um,
2022. My
you'll
cheer girls won last year.
you'll always have good memories, no matter where you go, whatever sport you
Yeah,
play, volleyball, basketball, whatever it is. Um, you'll create the brotherhood or sisterhood or mixed, whatever.
the hood.
The hood, yeah, you'll have the hood.
No,
I'll
and
probably
I think
cancel for that. Thank you, Jenna.
You know, we can both be canceled. Me for my facial expressions and you for saying that.
that's why I'm the least problematic
The
host.
hood. You will have the hood. That's terrible to say.
I'm just really bad this episode, y'all. Anyway, I was gonna say, about the recruitment stuff. I had a friend of mine, Aiko Galvin. She was one of the best runners in the Pacific. She was a good distance runner. She runs at George Mason now. She took a gap year, but there, even if it's D2, D3 schools, there are still possibilities for you. I think George Mason is actually like D1, I'm pretty sure. But there are opportunities out there. It is possible. I wouldn't say just like give up all hope that you'll never ever see that because you will. And there's a lot of kids that actually do end up traveling stateside to go talk to recruitment coaches over the summers. I've seen a lot of people do that. But I do say I encourage it, especially in Dodea school systems. It's so easy to get onto those sports teams. Sorry, I have to sniffle. Sorry.
Um,
But I would say it's very easy to get onto those teams sheerly because the fact that there's very little kids at that school that they're not looking for like the
world class talent.
like yeah, you're not going to find a group of kids with like world class talent that are like a junior Olympic kids. Like no, you're going to get like your kind of ragtag group of kids that are interested in something and they just want to play the sport because it's fun. I would say that that's kind of usually what happens. I will always cherish the track and field memories that I had my sophomore year, and um, some cheer memories I will cherish more than others, that's for sure. But
I
overall,
heard about a cheer team.
really, what about it? Was
Y'all had a
bad?
lot of drama.
It was self-created. That's
So
Whoa.
that it
doesn't
was.
matter, self-created or not.
Yeah,
I've heard
it was.
about a
That's
cheer always dramatic.
yeah, but you're always gonna get that on every team. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, like relating back to that, like I think definitely like a lot of teams are really tight knit and exclusive, and that's also like a good thing and a bad thing because like I think as a new kid, like it's so hard to like just become one of like the bros like instantly. But I what?
I'm sorry that no, that was just funny. Be one of the bros. I don't
Um,
know.
I don't know how else to say it. like be one with the team. Okay, no, not now I just
Now
sound
you sound like
cringy.
it's like be one with
Like,
the force. Now you sound like you're from Star Wars.
Luke, I am your father. Nah, like, um, no, just like to become like really integrated like with the team. Like I know that definitely takes a while.
Yeah.
So just try. Like if you keep putting in effort, people are gonna recognize that. Like you come from a new place, new school, new town, new city. Like just keep putting in effort, cause like
Yeah.
you never know who's watching.
Yeah, I would say I had some of the best experiences. Especially, I can say that one of my favorite memories come from my sophomore year with track and field in Far East. I loved track and field with my whole heart, and while I probably will not run my junior or senior year, which is totally fine, I would say that I definitely cherish those memories from my sophomore year. It's just those kids are usually the most fun for some reason. I don't know why, but the jokes are always funny. Like the
That
kids are
is
usually
debatable.
really,
Debatable.
really.
Debatable. Okay, I don't trust
I
anyone
had
who
some
runs
really funny
for
kids.
fun.
Really, I trust all of them. I was a long distance girly, so maybe that's why I sound like really
No,
stupid. But
sprinting sounds so much more fun than long distance. Like, I don't know.
I love long distance because I kind of just like tune out the whole time in my head while I'm running, and it's kind of fun to me. I
Yeah,
don't
but you
know
know
why.
what? Moral of the story, do sports. Why does
Yeah.
Brian's room low-key look like the dorms at the Naval Academy?
Huh? Oh,
Oh,
cause under blocks, yeah.
I saw a
No,
video
like
today,
no, the
like a
cabinets.
Huh?
oh
The
the
Those are closets.
the yeah, the closet,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, I know.
I saw a
Um,
really bad video today of a bunch of girls in a college dorm. It was like raining really hard outside. Their air conditioner unit was leaking, and they just like pushed the whole unit
I
out the
saw that too.
window.
That was funny. That was
Okay, you see,
Wait, I
they
saw
pushed
that too.
they pushed the whole unit out the window and like slammed the window shut, and there was just the
because
air conditioning
the
unit like in the
thing was
bushes.
raining a
I'm like,
lot of
No,
what?
and then they were like all shook about it.
and then
Oh,
they were like, "Oh my god, what did you expect, bro? Like,
pushed the
you're
unit out
outside
the
of
window.
school. What do you expect? Oh my god,
Pop culture moment.
That's honestly, I feel like that's like a living on your own moment. You have to do stupid things
Yeah.
to learn how to live on your own. And
that was beyond stupid."
pushing your air conditioner out the window can be one of them, you know? I feel
Why?
like
Why
Shannon,
should she push it out? Why shouldn't she just grab the handle and pull it in?
I don't know. I feel like Shannon has some wild college stories. I feel like you and him are gonna have some really funny ones that I'm
Oh,
gonna want to
Virginia
listen
Tech
to
is
one
already
day.
there. Virginia Tech is getting there.
Yeah, you're stupid. What's it? The big board on the football field is like destroyed. Is it
Yeah,
still
I
bad?
actually noticed.
Is it still
Fun
really bad?
fact. Fun fact. Me and Jenna met up. A
Yeah,
couple.
we did.
Without me,
I'm sorry, Brent. You like way a ways away
where's
right
my plane ticket? Where is my plane ticket? I
Okay,
don't
can
see any plane tickets on here.
like I said,
Let me
somebody
let me
please start
show
this girl
y'all.
a GoFundMe.
Show y'all what happened. This past weekend at Virginia Tech.
It's a whole story. It's actually really entertaining. So we're gonna
Okay,
tell
so
it to you
let's
because
just
it's really
run down the
entertaining.
list. Okay, I'm gonna re-give the list. Our
Recap.
Jumbotron in the field got struck by lightning, so now there's lines going through it, so it's broken. Um, two of our resident halls flooded. Our one of our
Was it the
classroom
dining
buildings
hall?
flooded.
Oh,
The
the
dining
dining
hall
hall.
was leaking from the light. One of our buildings actually got struck by lightning, and we think something fell off of it. So it might have been Hokie Stone, which is they call the outside of the building. Um, our practice facility for the indoor football team, yeah, that got flooded. So now it's a swim team. Um, and I don't know what else. Oh, but let me show y'all. It's just some videos from this
Yeah,
weekend.
when I tell you, because we had a really bad storm up in Virginia not too, it was, what was it now, like 2 weeks ago-ish, 1 week ago-ish. I don't really remember, but it was a lot of rain. And Blacksburg got like a lot of rain. It was really bad. We
Did not
didn't
be
get a whole
able
lot.
to go skidboarding on our
He's shirtless. I don't know if children should see that. But it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, maybe
I
it's a
thought it was
sign
really
just
funny.
not to go to Virginia Tech.
No, come to VA Tech. Virginia Tech is a W school. We offer many different
See, this is the kind of education you're getting there. You see, does
no,
everybody see this
that's
right now?
Dodea. That's Dodea for you. That's Dodea.
High school education.
That's
Yeah.
that high school
I
Dodea.
love Dodea. Shush.
But no, I think
Okay.
We're gonna have to do a video where you say 100 nice things about Dodea because this
100
is
Yeah.
nice thing. That's
yeah,
crazy.
100. Yeah, it'll be a nice challenge
But
for
no, I
us.
I think the sports thing kind of like I mean all these topics really brought into our last topic, which is social life. So I kind of don't think we need to
Yeah.
go over that because
Well,
everything
we
that
can just go over like general tips. Like
Just
if
brief.
you see someone that doesn't look really cool or you see them doing stuff,
Yeah, I feel
you
like
just leave.
there's this little thing called intuition and gut feeling that if you see people screwing around, maybe you shouldn't hang out with those people. Maybe the kids that sit in the bathroom stalls and just gossip during an entire class period are not the kind of people you want to be friends with.
Yeah, I think making a good friend group is like really just key to having a healthy high school life. So find your people, it might take a while. It took me a while, honestly. It took me like 6 months. But
Dude, it took me a
I
whole
mean,
year.
yeah, I think also just like finding people you have common ground with, like I really love my basketball teammates and I
Why
really
does he keep laughing? I feel like he's laughing at me at this point. I don't feel comfortable
no,
anymore.
he's
you
just
like
he's
you like
just jealous.
you leaned
Huh?
up with your eyes wide open. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen, dude.
Me?
Oh
No,
no,
me. He's just clowning
you
me today.
your
No,
eyes were
see, it's
open.
not the Brian and Bryn show anymore. It's Brian just bullying me for 45 minutes.
I am. It's
No,
okay.
Jenna, do you know how I feel now? Like this is
Now I
literally
do. Yeah, I feel like we need to. Do
Brent,
you want
don't even, bro. Don't let me
in the
come
you
back
know
for
what?
you.
In the words of
just
Dwight
jealous.
Schrute,
This
do you want to
episode,
form an
you have
alliance?
been good this episode.
Yes.
Don't make me come back for you.
Nah, he's just jealous I'm the better BRY blank N. Double N's better than one A.
So when's this cage fight happening?
Bro,
Underneath their hands.
tell me the day. We will have a sit down. We'll have a conference. We'll have a whole venue rented out. I will rent out Lane Stadium, and we will
Wait,
throw hands in the middle of Lane Stadium, bro. Line me up, bro.
God, maybe it's a sign for me to be a wrestler so I could be Brian.
yeah, come. I
Do you
manage the
see these
wrestling team.
gains?
I manage the wrestling team, bro. I got some skills that I've visually picked
Brian's
up.
like disgusted with both of us right now.
I manage the wrestling team. What is it you talking about?
I ain't disgusted by Jenna, bro.
No, really? You were making fun of me 5 minutes ago for my facial expressions. So this is the kind of friend you don't want to have in high school, guys. This is like pure
Yeah,
anxiety.
you
Oh,
want to
I'm
have
sorry.
positive
I'm so
influence.
joking. I'm so joking. You're funny. I like you. It's fine.
No.
I'm sorry.
I
I
low-key
understand.
feel like me and Brian, if we went to high school at the same time, we would have been chill with each other.
I feel
nah,
like Brian would have like punched you around, but like been like,
I
it's
know
a
he probably
joke,
would have.
joke. It's a joke.
No, no, Ryan, I think he'd look at me and talk to me like he'd secretly hate me, but inside he know I'm his best friend.
Talk about talk about you to the Zama football team.
I know. Yeah. But social life, like just put yourself out there because like you're at if especially if you're at a new school, like you got nothing to lose. So I think honestly just like take your chances, take your risks, find people. Like you don't even have to stick to one friend group. Like,
I have like multiple. I have at least like two or three different groups of people that I talk
yeah.
to. I feel like again, like your sports teams and your clubs are definitely going to be where a lot of your friends end up going if you have people with common interests there. It's you got to find common ground with people, and I think that that is really the best way to do it. But also sitting with the kid that doesn't have anybody to sit with in the lunchroom is another great opportunity to go just make a friend, you know. Um, there's like a lot of things I know in our high school brains that it's like, oh, it's the weird kid sitting alone at lunch when that's absolutely not the case. There's definitely been
No,
times where we just pick up people and we're like, hey, come sit with us. And they turn out to be like literally the coolest person ever. And we're like, why haven't we met you earlier? Like, what is this?
yeah. You have to look at it from an outside perspective. Like you don't know anyone. People are probably judging you, so I feel like you shouldn't be judging.
I
You shouldn't be
agree.
That's so,
You walk into
that's so
school
true.
feeling judged.
No, you
That's
shouldn't be making judgments about other people since like you could be in that position. Just like
Yeah.
being kind to other people. Also like just again like with putting yourself out there, like don't be afraid to talk to people. I think that's what I was like really afraid of because I think in especially in like some of my classes, a lot of my classes last year were like upperclassmen, so I was like, yeah, they're way too cool for me. Or like, yeah, they wouldn't want to talk to like a freshman. So like I think that's what like worried me a lot. But like I think there's like really simple ways to start conversation, you know?
Yeah.
Like if I met Jenna in my like chemistry class, I'd be like, "Oh my God, Jenna, you look so pretty. Like I love your shoes. Where'd you get your shoes from?" I feel
You would
like
have seen me crying in that class. I did not go a day in that class without sobbing my eyes out.
yeah.
That
You
was
can ask about
really
like their
bad.
shoes. You can ask about like class schedule. Like, hey, do we have any classes together? Or if you have lunch blocks, I know like FCPS, like a lot of school has like lunch blocks. You're like, hey, do we have like D lunch or A lunch together? Or
Oh my
just even
gosh, she
like
knows the terminology. Yes, A, lunch, B,
I'm an
lunch, C, and
FCPS
D.
kid.
Yes.
Yes. Or you
Ugh,
could just be like, oh, are you going to like a football game if you have one? Oh, do you play any sports? Like,
if you
I'm
have
so
one.
tired. I got no sleep. I've used that one. Been there, done that. But like, I think there's so many little ways you can make yourself like stand out to the people around you. So like, definitely just like keep that in
Brian looks like
mind.
he's zoning out.
No, I'm trying to take in all this information that Bryn is putting down, bro. I know she's like one thing after another, bro. Like
Do you have social advice that got
you
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 through
lost
your
me. You lost me at Jenna's pretty, bro. That's when you lost me.
rude,
No, 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 no,
rude.
no, 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 no. For anyone out there who doesn't want to be like, you're really pretty, you could be like, yo,
You're
man,
cool.
your fit's tough. Like, where'd you
Yo,
get it from?
or just hold up
Yeah,
like this in front of a group of men, and you might just be like inducted into their friend group if you do this in front of them. That
great
might
show,
be
Just,
great show. I
just
quit.
walk around how guys walk
you
around.
know what?
Like, they have 6 foot legs.
That might be a gang sign, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I don't know what that is. But I definitely
You
see that.
apologize.
Yeah,
You,
I
you,
feel
you
like
should do a formal apology.
Apologize, Jenna, you're getting
I feel
canceled.
like guys,
Give a formal apology.
I regret my actions severely, and I understand that this platform has meaning, and I don't ever want to do that again. And I am so sorry to the people and that I offended with that action that I have done now. Please forgive me.
Someone clip this, bro. Someone clip that, please. Please clip that. Please. Please clip it.
You sound like
Clip
you're
it,
holding a
please.
gun to your head, Jenna.
Clip it, please. I need to be able to pull this up whenever I go see her again. Please clip it.
Bro, why you got the Elmo voice?
Yeah, I know. Why is your voice so high pitched? Maybe you're the one who should be making fun of right now, not me. I'm gonna start crying.
Brian, you have such a memeable face.
He does have a memeable face. I feel like he needs to be funnier so we can make more memes out of him.
I know. Wait, okay, no. Also, just like dress cool. That's like where your fits come in. Like if you got cool fits, you know, people will be like, oh, cool.
I'm sorry. I was looking at his face and he was like,
So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't not
no,
appreciate
I
you.
understand.
Okay.
I understand.
It's okay.
I quit.
He's not quitting, guys. It's okay.
He would never. He
Yeah,
loves
he wouldn't.
our listeners too much.
You see me smile? Okay. I see.
I'm so sorry. That's too much. You're done.
By the way, who's editing this episode? Because it's not Shannon.
He said he'd do one more, so we have him for one more
W
episode.
Shannon.
I hope, like, I don't want to lose Shannon. Guys, I love Shannon. I hate the fact that he's not making memes out
Shannon's
of us
a
anymore.
real one.
I know. Can we have like a little segment right now about how much we just love Shannon? I wrote my
No.
college essay on his book, bro.
Anyways, guys,
Shut
What-
up, Byron! Are you serious? What did you do?
what did
What
she
have you done? Did you just ruin my life, friend? I swear.
You're right.
It's recording.
You're right. Cage
It's
match. Run it. Run it. Run
Now
it.
it's about to be a 2-on-1 cage fight, Brad. Don't even.
Wait, what?
Okay. Hey guys. So I think that's the end of our podcast. Are we cool with that?
Yeah, I think we gotta be done before we both
Yeah.
cage fight Bryn.
Wait, Jenna, why are you cage fighting me? Hello?
I just for a clip recording of my formal apology to the internet because you guys think it's funny that I had to formally apologize for
Wait,
my
we
Guys, I
didn't
have an
upload-
assignment due at 11:59 tonight, so I kind of gotta end the podcast.
Oh, wait,
Anyway,
it's only 8:30.
thank you for listening today. It's been great. We've talked about the entrances to
You have
to
30 minutes to get that assignment done. Oh
um
my God.
I gotta go do some stuff to get ready for turning in this essay that's due at 11:59. It is 11:31 right now. Um Brent has to go eat dinner because she didn't eat dinner yet. And Jenna needs to probably go to bed. She looks pretty stressed.
You are stressing me out.
What did I
Okay.
do?
I'm stressed for you. That essay is
You were my
freaking me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode and we hope our tips were somewhat helpful, somewhat
Yeah.
funny, our embarrassments somehow amused you. We love you guys and be sure to tune in for our next episode.
Go Panthers!
Go try.
Oh Lord, Jetson made another one.